Mary Dale Bannister is going to administer, I guess, the oath of offices.
The oath of office. Yeah, that's great. So I'm trying to get up like and be real fancy right now in my t-shirt and sweatpants.
Yeah, there you go. So just while Katie's getting everybody on mute, I'll let everybody know how the election went. As everybody knows, the election was sent out by email for all current members of the Guild, and we had 70 members vote, which is about a 15% increase from last year. So more people voted, and there were no write-in candidates, and the board for next year was unanimously elected. So that is what Mary's going to do next when Katie gives me the thumbs up.
I am almost done.
Okay, then after the installation of the new officers, we'll go ahead and go back and have our regular general meeting. All the existing board members as of today will still be giving their presentations. We do have a short educational video at the end. We are going to do show and share again, and I think the show and share from last month went really well. If you've got it, you give a thumbs up, we'll put you on. We try to keep it as short as we can, 3 minutes or so to do your show and share. Then everybody gets a chance to show and share. And then after that, we'll open it up for social knitting and any questions or comments anybody wants to make. So.
Okay, so everyone is muted, Mom, except the officers.
Okay, all right, Mary.
Okay. The Greater St. Louis Knitters Guild has elected the following to serve as officers for the coming year: Sue Holly as president, Eileen McKelvey, co-administrative VP, along with Joni Weisberg, who is a co-administrative VP, Katie Holly as communications vice president, Joan Rangel as community service vice president, Kathy Schoenlau as educational vice president, Joanne Ackelpole as recording secretary, and Samantha Matchefts as treasurer. To you, the newly elected officers, will you uphold the purposes and bylaws of the Greater St. Louis Knitters Guild? Answer by saying yes or nodding your head. So we can all say
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Do you accept your election by the membership and agree to serve in the office to which you have been elected? Answer by saying yes.
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 Do you intend to carry out to the best of your ability the responsibilities and duties of your office as stated in the bylaws? Answer by saying, I do so intend.
I
do so intend.
Very good, very good. And now to you, the general membership. Do you accept these members as your officers for the coming year, giving them your ideas, support, and help wherever and whenever you can? Everybody please answer with an enthusiastic, yes, I will, or a thumbs up because you're all muted. I now announce to you that these candidates have been duly installed as officers of the Greater St. Louis Knitters Guild and will serve until their terms expire in March of 2022. And let's have a round of applause for Mary Fisher, who is our treasurer, and we'll go from there.
And to you, Mary, who's been on the board for the past 3 years.
Thank you.
Yep.
Glad to do it.
Okay. All right. You can just leave everybody on the board off of mute. Yeah, so we can just go through the general meeting. Thanks, Katie.
No problem.
Okay. So just wanted to add my thanks to what Mary said to last year's board and to the upcoming board. As you can all imagine, last year was a little bit challenging as we tried to figure out what the guild was going to look like for the year. Elections were late, but you know, how are we going to do this? We all had to learn how to Zoom. But I think we've really got a pretty good handle on it, and certainly could not have done it without the board. All the help they gave, all the ideas that came in, and all the new outreach on social media that we have. I just really want to thank everybody for all their hard work. I think it has worked out real well, and we're kind of in groove now, which is nice. Also want to thank the people that are not on the board, but do a whole lot of work. That is, I want to thank Susan Rossbach for being the webmaster. She's had to do a lot more work this year as we are asking her to send out notices about Zoom knit-ins and about the meetings. And we've had to do the election 2 years now through an email. So thanks, Susan, for all the extra stuff that you have done this year. We really appreciate it. Also to Beth Friedman, who is continuing to do membership, which kind of frees up the board to one less thing for us to worry about. And she's had to change the way she's done things this year since we're not charging any membership fees. So, and if you know Beth, Beth is very precise, and she wrote up how she wanted things to be. And, you know, she's got all of her instructions, and she puts a lot of work into keeping the membership up to date and correct. So I appreciate that. And I want to say thanks to Beth. And also to Gracia, because really for a while, until we got our feet under us with Zoom and all the new social media, the newsletter was really and still continues to be, I think, for a lot of people, the primary way that we communicate. And I just think the newsletter this year has just looked great. It has been really outstanding. So I want to say thanks to Gracia for that, because I just don't ever really worry about it. We all just send her all these articles, and then next thing we know, they come back into this great newsletter. So also that's a lot of work too, and I certainly could not do it as well as she does. So I want to just thank Gracia. So let's see, member news. I have a couple of things on member news. I don't know if for those that follow Ravelry, you might know this, but one of our members, Colleen Riom, put on Ravelry that she is going to do a knit-in on April 11th. And it's a 12-hour knit-in, and she is raising money for, it's like knitting for food. And so this particular group they're raising money for, I looked it up, it's for Feeding America, World Central Kitchen, No Kid Hungry, and Meals on Wheels. So she was just letting members know that if you want to participate in this and raise money with her, she's doing it. Or if you don't and are interested in contributing to her to do it, she put all that information on Ravelry. So it was kind of a neat, good cause, I thought. So, and you can find that on our Ravelry page. And if anybody wants the knit-in information, I can give that to you later. Also, the new yarn store that, it's not really a yarn store, it's yarn, I guess we can call it a store, Busy Work Craft Supply. She is new in the St. Louis area, and she has a van that if you order from her and spend $25 or more, she is going to do free delivery. She was closed, I think, for the month of January to get this yarn van outfitted, but she's back open. And you can find her also on Ravelry, or you can just look her up. Again, it's Busy Work Craft. And she is also going to do, I think, when the weather is nicer and when people are not as inside their house, she'll go to like events. So we can watch for her online. And she's done some events down on Cherokee, I think in the Antique District, where the van goes there, and then you can drive to the van and purchase yarn and yarn accessories. So. Let's see. I had somebody reach out to the guilds. If anybody is interested, you can email me and I'll give you the contact information. Someone is selling a knitting machine. I think it's a Brother knitting machine. So if anybody is interested in something like that or wants to reach out, I can give you the information from this woman that reached out that is selling her knitting machine. And I think that is all the member news that I have. Let's see. Yeah, that's all. So Katie didn't really have too much since she's the administrative VP.
Really quick, Mom.
Yeah.
Kathy has her hand up. Kathy Schoenlaw.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just wanted to say, when you were talking about Busy Work Craft Supply, I contacted her the other day. She is in St. Louis, but the van is not. The van is still in California, and it needs a new motor. Ooh. And the van was her dad's, and it needs a special kind of motor. I don't know, but it's a Volkswagen van. So she and her husband are here. They plan to go back and get the van, but the van is not actually around. But she is doing, when the weather permits, she's going to be doing more festivals on Cherokee Street. So she's going to be doing a presentation for us and is putting that together now. So we should have some information about her Cherokee Street yarn sales, I would think soon, because she's waiting for the weather basically to turn. So we'll keep you all posted on that. Thank you. That's all I have.
Okay, thanks, Kathy. Katie didn't really have too much, so I just was going to let you know that on Instagram, which Katie's kind of in charge of, we've got about 124 followers now. And if you have something that you would like to show on Instagram, a finished object, please continue to reach out to Katie and she'll post them. And if you get a request from her, sometimes she'll send out a request if she sees that you've got finished items. Consider letting her post your finished item. It just helps get traffic to our Instagram site. So I think that's everything I have. And next up is Mary Dale Bannister.
Okay. So this month we are up a few more percent on Facebook. We have a total of 434 members now. And they're from, we've got one from Brazil, one from the UK, one from Nigeria. So
it's the Nigerian prince that's asked us to send.
Probably that Nigerian prince, that's what I'm thinking, and maybe he's got some yarn. So watch out for that. There might be a new scam in town. And just for reference, a year ago, before the pandemic, we had less than 200 members of that group, and there were maybe 2 or 3 of us that ever posted there. You know, and now 373 of the 434 members are active. That means they're posting or actively reading our posts, like at the top of their list, which is pretty amazing. Also on YouTube, which did not exist a year ago, we created that YouTube account like in, I think it was April, trying to figure out, again, like Sue said, trying to get on our feet. We have 64 subscribers, which is up 12 new subscribers. We had 92 views last month of our various videos that we've got online. That's up 23%. We have a lot more people viewing videos, obviously, than subscribing. And the benefit to subscribing, there's a thing in the newsletter this month about it. And the benefit to subscribing is that when we put something new out, you're the first one to know. And that's, I think, all I've got to say about that. Bye-bye.
So just so everybody knows, Mary's been on the board for 3 years, and she is not going away. She's going to continue to help us, especially with editing the YouTube videos and getting the YouTube videos posted, because I don't know how to edit. She does, and she's agreed to stay and help us. So she's not going away, but she is going off the board after 3 years. So thank you, Mary. Let's see, Joan.
Okay.
You ready?
I just want to report on a few things. We have our 1/4 mile scarf challenge, where the Guild set a goal of a 1/4 mile of scarves, or 1,320 feet of rectangular scarves. And I've had questions on people if the triangular scarves count, but for this challenge, we're just counting the rectangular ones. Not that we don't take everything, everything finds a home. The scarves for Beckett U and Covenant House should measure 6 inches wide by 60 inches long, and smaller scarves will go to the Epworth Children's Home. So anything is good. To date, we have 60 scarves for a total of 330 feet. So pretty good for only counting the ones that we've received through February. Let's see. And then Kathy Schoenlau suggested that to make a fast scarf, if you use 2 strands of yarn and a size 11 needle, you might only be able to cast on 19 stitches and use the pattern that was in a January newsletter, or any pattern, but that way it'll go faster. Just make sure your gauge is going to get you a scarf that's at least 6 inches wide. Let's see, the the Guild purchased some big twist yarn for scarves and for other charity things. And well, we can always use additional yarn to distribute distribute for charity projects. So while you do your spring cleaning, consider donating yarn from your stash to the Guild. And someone will always be available on Guild days at the headquarters library from 10 to 11:30 to accept charity donations and to make yarn available to members. I won't be there in April, but Joanne volunteered to be there next month. And if we have any other, locations, we will post those in the newsletter or on Ravelry. Donations today, we had 16 people drop by the library. So that was great to see a lot of people that I hadn't seen in a while. So we have so many donations that I have no idea what we've got. They're all in bags in my back seat. So I'll be visiting my friend Laura with my items so we can go through and sort and count and get those to the proper places. So, but you can always make arrangements, contact me, Joan Rangel in the membership directory if you want to drop off things at my office or make a special arrangements to have, to pick up yarn after the 15th of April. But you can also send an email to comservice@gslkg.com. That's the community service email address. So if you want to reach me that way or through the membership directory, which is online. And then on our knit-along challenge, I wanted to see if anyone would want to consider joining Riola and me in our monthly hat challenge. And we selected the February hat as the pattern for March. So that's this one. Needs a pom-pom. Can't really tell the detail. You'll have to look at I haven't posted the picture yet on Ravelry, but that is the pattern for March. The pattern for April is going to be the Irma Hat. And all these hats seem to be gray, but it's cute. This one is a free pattern on Ravelry. We'll have information in the newsletter. And post your photos on the 2021 Hat Knit Along Challenge thread on the Guild's Ravelry page, so we can see what you're working on. The Guild also received, this is the last item I have, the Guild received a request from Barb Fisher, who's the president of Sweet Babies, which is a nonprofit organization that provides SSM Health, St. Mary's, and DePaul hospitals with baby essentials. And they were requesting knitted hats or crocheted hats for 0 to 6 month old babies. So we might be able to provide some hats to them because we have actually received quite a few baby hats in the last 2 months. But the Guild also supports newborns in need for other baby items too. So we've gotten some really pretty blankets and some sweaters, baby sweaters too, that will be going to newborns in need. So I think that is all I have for my report, unless anybody has any questions.
Okay. Thanks, Joan. Kathy?
Thanks, Sue. I have a number of things to say. Just wanted to remind everybody, we will have our mystery knitter in May. We will be announcing that person at our April meeting. And we will, because we are anticipating that this is going to be a very popular program, and we are by contract limited to 50 attendees. So it's going to be a first come, first serve enrollment to the membership, okay? So this is going to be members only, people who are Guild members, and it's going to be one email per person, not groups of people on one email, but you'll be getting more information on that. It'll be on May 22nd, so you can mark your calendars, mystery knit along, and then we will announce who it is next month, and we'll put out the form for putting yourself into the hat for the thing. So we'd love to have everybody in it, but because we are by contract limited to 50 people, it's going to be first come, first serve on this. I want to remind everybody that the Myers House is now on Instagram. So if you're not a friend of the Myers House on Instagram, please go out there and follow them. I will be going out to see Nancy Quaid the week of the 22nd of March to be doing a video with her. And it'll be, I've asked her to focus on what's new in the shop, merchandise, yarn, sock blanks. I mean, anything that she's got there that she wants to show us. So we're going to get a virtual shop along here with me. So that'll be coming. Like I said, I'll be out there on the someday in the week of the 22nd, and then we'll be putting it out there for all our members to see. The other thing I have is Honey Girl Farms is apparently won't be presenting anything with us, but I have reached out to Busy Work Craft Supply, as we talked about earlier. She's putting a presentation together for us. So we'll have something like that in a future meeting that we can present. I think today's presentation is by me, and that's casting on with 2 yarns, right? Okay.
That's correct. Yes.
Let's see, what else do I have? I think right now that's it.
Okay. Thanks, Kathy.
Uh-huh.
Samantha?
Yes, hello. All right, just wanted to report on the finances. So sorry, I'm just going to be reading these numbers off. For February, we started with $18,862.32. We got $69.41 in membership dues. We still have people joining.
Yay.
Yay. And then expenses, we bought some yarn. We had our Zoom payment, of course, and then we paid the deposit for the May mystery speaker, and then ended up with a balance of $18,620.61. And that information was in the newsletter, or will be in the newsletter.
Right.
At some point. That's all I have.
Next time.
I know. It's like, wait, at work, I'm working ahead and back, and I got it's always like, what time is it? What year is it? What month is it? So anyway, if it's not been in the newsletter, it will be. That's all I got.
In the newsletter.
All right. Yeah, read the newsletter.
Read your newsletter. Read that great newsletter. All right. So we are, as Kathy said, going to we have a short educational video, which is casting on with 2 yarns. And Kate, you want to get that up and ready to play?
Yes, I will do that now. Okay. Thumbs up if people can see that. All right.
Hi, everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you how to cast on with 2 different yarns. This is particularly helpful if you're doing a pattern with a lot of cast. And so what I'm doing is taking 2 skeins of yarns, and I'm going to put a slip knot in this stitch, and then I'm going to put this on my needle. Now we're going to show you, just using a few stitches, how this works. So I cast on using the loop. Now I'm going to do the long tail cast on. Okay, we're going to pretend here that I just cast on 300 stitches. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the other end of the yarn, and I'm going to begin knitting. And what I will be doing here is cutting off this one of the yarns. It doesn't matter which one. I'm just going to hold it in the back so you know what I'm planning on doing. But I cut off that yarn, and then what I do is I start knitting again and proceed with the stitches I have on my needle. Go. We're just about at the end of my 300 stitches. Now, what I've done is I've knit, but what I don't want to do is knit into this loop that I use to join the 2 needles together. So what I do is simply take my needle out of that loop, pull that free, and there you go. So all you're going to have is these two pieces of yarn to wind in, and also the cut off end of the second yarn. That would help you with a lot of stitches on 2 skeins. Now I'm going to show you how to do this using 1 skein of yarn. And let's say you have a very expensive yarn, you have a limited amount of it, so you want to make sure that every stitch counts. So what I do is I take and pull from the inside of the yarn. That will be one of my sides, and then I pull also from the outside of the yarn. So again, as before, we create a loop that goes onto your needle. And then you're going to have those, and then we're going to do the long tail cast on again. Wait. Okay. So we're going to do the long tail cast on again for whatever stitches we need to do. We'll just do 5. Okay, I turn my needle around. Again, it doesn't matter which one of these you cut. You simply cut it, and for the purpose of this exercise, I'm just going to hold it to the back of my hand. Then you just proceed to knit, just using 1 length of yarn. And the other, and then the other one is at the other end. And when we get to the slip knot that I made, again, it's the same as before. Pull your needle out, pull that out, and there you have it. You have a cast on using the inside and the outside of 1 skein of yarn. Happy knitting.
Wait, Mom, you're muted. Hang on. Okay. You're still muted.
So there was a question on the chat, was when would you need to do this? What kind of project? And a couple of answers came up. One would be when you have a project with a lot of stitches that you have to cast on, say 200, or some shawls you have to cast on 250.
Mom, I think you're muted again. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
There I am. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay. Did anybody hear any of that? So the question was, what kind of project would you need this for? And the short answer is when you have to cast on a lot of stitches and you don't want to have to figure out on a long tail cast on or any of those types of cast ons how much yarn you would need for it. If you're using 2 skeins or 2 ends, you'll never run out of yarn. So you can cast on as many as you need. So somebody else said for a blanket or a bottom up project. So. All right. So I think we're going to go ahead and do show and share. And Katie, if you want to do it the way you've done it before, where you just ask each person and they can give you a thumbs up and then you can unmute as you go.
Yes.
Okay.
So bear with me, everybody, because there's 38 of you, so it's trying to keep track of a lot of moving, spinning plates.
Don't start with me. I got to go get mine.
Okay.
Start with Mary.
Mary Dale Bannister, thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you have anything? Thumbs down. Lynette, do you have anything to show and share? Thumbs up. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful.
This is called the Water Bearers. I don't know if you can even see the pattern. It's a cardigan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is the front. Goes around your neck. And I'm putting a black band around it. Stripe. That's all.
Okay, thanks, Lynette. That's really beautiful. I like that designer a lot. That's who designed my never-ending sweater that someday I'll finish. Mom, do you have anything?
I've been working on, I had that little bit of scrap yarn of that Malabrigo, and I'm working on a headband. I don't know if you can see all the colors in there. And then I started a scarf, a charity scarf, and I was going to grab some yarn. And several years ago, I don't know if anybody remembers, remember when those guys from Scano came to the library? We were in South County, and everybody that went to a meeting got a kit for, they put their yarn in there and all their different yarns, all their different bases. You got all their different bases in one color to do a long waist scarf. So that's what I'm doing. I just started it this morning. I put on 150 stitches and on a size 8, and kind of fill in with some purple because I'm not sure that I have enough to get it wide enough. But yeah, so that Scano yarn that those guys gave to everybody at the guild, it's been 5 years or so. So pulled it out of stash. That's all.
Mary Fisher, do you have anything? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
I'm still working on this baby blanket graphic, making squares for that.
Nice.
That'll take a while.
Let's see. Kathy, do you have anything? No? Okay. Let's see. Joan, do you have anything? No? Laura, do you have anything? Thumbs down. Alice, do you have anything to show and share? Okay, hang on. I gotta unmute you.
I'm just working on like another charity scarf with that pattern that was in the last newsletter, which I really like.
Nice. Okay. Rose, thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you have anything to show and share? Thumbs down. Linda, do you have anything? Thumbs down. Colleen, do you have anything? Thumbs up. All right. There you go.
Good. All right. Well, in that knit-a-thon that I'm doing, is being sponsored by Lauren Nelkin. And if any of you have done her work, I took classes from her for beading, putting beads on things. And I had a kit I put away years ago, but it's called Brioche Bandito. And it has, I don't know if you can see the beads on the ends. Mm-hmm. And it's a cowl. Da-da-da-da. Anyway, I finally finished it, and that's all. Took me a while, but yeah, I love it. I won't use it till next year, but the colors are just phenomenal. You know, just colorful, and that's it.
Yeah, that's beautiful, Colleen.
Yeah.
Okay, Joni, do you have anything? Thumbs up. All right.
I finally finished my little baby hat and leg warmers, and I'm just weaving in ends.
Nice. Cute. Angie, do you have anything to show and share? Thumbs down. Okay. Sharon, do you have anything?
Well, drop my paper. And I think it was the January newsletter, there was a step up hat that Sally Dubron's had made, and she was a former guild member. Anyway, so I'm getting there. I'm almost, if you can see, mm-hmm. It's fun to do, and I'm enjoying it.
Nice. I like those colors. Yeah. Thanks, Sharon. Vicki, do you have anything? Okay.
Well, I too am working on the no purl ribbed scarf that was in the newsletter with some of that big twist yarn that I picked up today. And anybody that wants to do a quick knit with texture and interest, this is a really good one to do because it's using slip stitches, which makes the ribbing look, and it's just really, really fast. And as recommended, I'm using that big twist on size 11, and you cast on 27 stitches to get your 6 inches. So this is what I've done just in a couple of hours. So that's about a foot. So as I said, it goes fast.
Nice, thanks, Vicki. Eileen, do you have anything? Okay.
I'm catching up. I've done a bunch of hats. These are not just in the last month. These probably date back to December. So,
I was gonna say, I was like catching up. It's like 20
I'm
hats.
catching up with showing them, not doing them. And I finished my gloves, which are done in a Gansey style with a Gansey yarn. And I actually knit 4 gloves. One came out too small. I made a big mistake in and had to start over again. So I've gotten really good at picking up in the spaces between the fingers. And I now have a method that pretty reliably does not leave any holes. So I may put a discussion of that together to show the guild sometime soon. But right now I've had enough of fingers.
That'd be a great YouTube video.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Thanks, Eileen. Gail, do you have anything to show and share? Thumbs up, okay.
Well, I'm taking a break from scarves, though I just picked up some nice big twists from Joan this morning, working on a little sweater for Wool Aid, which is a Ravelry charity that I enjoy knitting for. They like things all in wool that go to children in very cold climates like Nepal and Syrian refugees and so forth.
Beautiful. Thanks, Gail. Susan, do you have anything? All right.
I'm working on my first shawl. I've never done one before. I have quite a bit done. I don't know if you can see the colors, but it's like purpley blue, and the yarn is called Night Fury. So if you know anything about how to train your dragon, this is the Night Fury yarn. So I'm very excited about getting it done. I haven't worked on it in over a year though. It's been kind of sitting on the shelf just because it was a little intimidating, but it's pretty easy, 4-row repeat. It's just kind of time consuming, and it's slip stitches. So it really makes a nice little pattern. So I'm excited about finishing it.
Nice.
Time this year.
I love the color very much. Blue and purples are like my jam. So anytime I see those, I'm like, I love it.
Yeah, the name got me. So Night Fury, Toothless Dragon, love it.
Okay. Judy, do you have anything to show and share? Thumbs down. Kathy Shonlaw, did I ask you already? I did? Okay. Jane, do you have anything? Commodore Jane, thumbs up. You have to hit unmute on your end, Jane. Do you see it?
Yep.
There you go. Yep.
Okay. This is the scarf that was published in. Oh, wrong day. Oh.
That's okay.
Which one?
Let's do Commodore Jane. That's how I'm distinguishing. Jane Beth, I'll come to you next.
Okay. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's
beautiful. It's one of the easiest patterns that I thought it was called an 8-hour baby sweater, but it's called a quick baby sweater. And it really goes nice.
That's really pretty. Cute. Very cute. Okay, Jane, if you want to go now. Sorry about the confusion.
You gotta unmute her.
Oh, okay. I gotta find her.
Okay, got it. So this is just a scarf pattern that was in the January newsletter. And I like it too because it's nubbly on the inside and just looks like a nice ribbing on the outside.
Yeah.
And very easy.
Nice. Thanks, Jane. Diane, do you have anything? Thumbs up. Okay.
Okay. Like so many others, I just started this scarf in that January pattern today, so I haven't gotten too far. But the other thing is, a few months ago, Mary Fisher was looking for somebody to give her Afghan to. And I don't know if you can see it, but I've made quite a bit of headway on it.
Wow.
And really like it. And what I did is I found it off because the grandkids were staying and they're just little enough that if you turned it vertically, it was the perfect size. But then I'm going to add on to it and just, you know, keep going till I finish it. So I bought some really nice yarn when Curious Crafter closed, and I just can't find the perfect pattern for it. So, you know, so I'm catching up with some of these other things. So that's it.
Diane,
Diane.
it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. I so appreciate you taking that and finishing it.
Oh, sure. And you know what? And it's nice and heavy. I like that. You know,
is.
It just looks, you know, looks very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Diane.
Sure.
Miss Melba, do you have anything?
Yes, I do. How is everybody?
Good.
Hi,
How are you?
Hi, Miss Melba. Hi, JoJo. Alice, I just missed you this morning at the library. I saw you pulling off. Alice.
It's probably muted.
Oh.
She wants to talk to you.
Melba, I run a tight ship.
Okay, I have I finished 4 projects this month.
Wow.
So
prolific.
Here is the Magic Spring Shawl. This is from a knit along I did with one of my podcasters. Magic Spring Shawl. Just some beautiful colors, oranges and yellows, my favorite. And then Kate would know this one, Bishu Blue.
Yes.
Right?
Twins.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, so I had frogged my lemongrass. That was the wrong yarn. I should have got like a Aran weight or something. This is a DK. So the yarn is so nice. So I just made this shawl. Nothing's blocked yet, but yeah, it's gonna be nice. And this I had on the knee. This is from a free pattern I got from the Guild, Tilly. So I frogged my Tegna to make this summer top, and I put beads on in the lace part because Riola told me beads go everywhere.
And no one ever tells Riola no.
No. Yes, I put some there. So yeah, I just finished that just for springtime.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and I just started a scarf when I got home today from the hat drop off. So I just started that. Nothing to show. Yeah, so that's it.
Thank you, Melba. It's good to see you.
You too. Good to see you.
I can't wait till Lee can take our picture in our twin shawls.
I know. Maybe I'll have it blocked by then. Did you finish yours?
Yeah, mine's done. I blocked and everything.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's very squishy, isn't it?
It's a nice
I like it.
Okay, let's see where I am. Moving through. Lee, did you have something? I see you got, yeah, you do.
Okay. So I finished another scarf. It looks just like the last scarf, but I swear it's different. Kathy, I gave Kathy Shanlaw the other one, so you can't see 2 together, but it's the same double yarn of art. And it's, you know, on size 11. It's a mistake rib. And about 10 minutes ago, I finished this hat.
Nice.
It's a charity hat. And that's it.
Thanks, Lee. Gerda, do you have anything to show and share? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Nothing? Okay.
You know what? I have one more.
Oh, go ahead, Melba.
Sorry, it's sitting right here looking at me. I thought I had company. I never seen. Here's my...
you just want us to know what an overachiever you are.
This is the July hat from A Year of Hats. I forget the lady's name, but yeah, you can't really see. This is, I just finished this last night. I made this in one day. I started it yesterday morning and worked on it while I was at work and everything. Yeah, I like the top. Isn't that pretty crown?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, well, if you find anything else in your living room, let us know. Sandra, are you there? Do you have something? I'll come back. Jody, do you have anything? No, thumbs down. Okay, gotcha. Harris, anything? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Thumbs down. Flora, what about you? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Nice. Okay, let's unmute you.
Okay, I'm doing the flax sweater again, and I'm getting it right this time. So I didn't have my markings in there the last time, so it's coming out. Jane, we started this last year, remember? Right. Well, I'm getting it right this time. But now I'm ready for the sleeves.
I remember.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I know. It's coming together, but it's taken me a while.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. We can't all be overachievers like Melba.
Oh, no. No.
It looks good though, Flora.
Thank you.
Does look good.
Margie, what about you? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Thumbs up, okay.
I'm starting a twisted rib for a hat. The pattern was in our Guild newsletter in February 2017. It's called copy.cat c.c. and then in parentheses Colorado Chick Beanie by Emily Ingrid. And it kind of has after the twisted rib, it has bands. I'll try to. Well, there's a picture on this page somewhere.
There. Yeah.
And I did that that Easy Gandhi earlier, and I thought this kind of looked like a Gansey pattern, and I kind of like that because it's bands of different stitches, and that keeps me interested.
Nice. Thanks, Margie. Karen, do you have anything to show and share? Thumbs down. Okay. Nina, you got something? Okay.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Great Yarns of Everett, Washington has had these Zoom presentations about once every month for the last, since about, I don't know, September or so. And they highlight a different person, usually Trendsetter Yarns or Prism Yarns. And at this one Trendsetter yarn, I sort of fell in love with these colors of, it's a silk mohair print.
Yeah.
And what it is, it's hard to see on this tiny little iPad screen, but it's a long tunic type of thing, front and back. It's just all stockinette. It was different colors that you merged together, pick up one. I tried it on the mid-gauge machine. I looked at it when I got the kit, and it's about, I don't know, 200 stitches, the front and back, and you're supposed to knit, go up and over the shoulder. So you'd be knitting on 400 stitches. And I thought, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. So I tried it on the mid-gauge and it wouldn't work. The yarn broke. I put it aside for a few weeks. Then I thought, well, let's try the bulky. So the bulky at a lower tension gauge, it worked. So it it's not knitted up and over the shoulder. Obviously I had to join it at the shoulder and just do a front and back, but I got it done. End of story.
Way to go. You conquered it.
It was ready to conquer me.
Joanne, do you have anything to show and share? Thumbs down, okay. Riola, do you have anything to show and share? Is that thumbs up? Oh, hang on. You were just unmuted and then you muted again for some reason. Okay. Let's see. Susan, do you have anything to show and share? Okay. You're unmuted, Susan.
Okay. I can't tell if I'm on.
You are.
Yeah, we can see you.
Oh, okay, so I'm doing the Pearless Rib Scarf too, and it's a really quick and easy pattern, but I'm using just a worsted weight yarn. And I really have to brag about this yarn. I really love this stuff. It's just a Lion brand Heartland. I've never used it before. I got it at Joann's, and it's all acrylic, but it's probably one of the nicest acrylics I've ever used. So I figured I'd do an easy care yarn for this project. And they had good colors too. I got this color and a green. And then the other projects I've been working on for a while is the Hue Shift Afghan. It's a Knit Picks pattern. And I actually got a kit for Knit Picks for this. And you knit it, you join each square to the one before it and knit it. And you basically make 4 quarters. So this is the 3rd quarter, and I've only got a couple more blocks left on this one. And I have the other 2 done, and I got 1 more to do, but it's been a lot of fun, and I'm really enjoying the project.
Nice. Thanks, Susan.
Thank you.
I'll go really quickly. I'm just working on a scarf, on a charity scarf. It's Pearl Soho. Of course, I don't remember the name of the pattern, but it's one of Pearl Soho's many free patterns. The funny story behind the yarn, and I think I said this at Wednesday Night Knitting, but when I started knitting and going to the guild meetings, people would have their like drop off yarn table that nobody wanted, you know, that they didn't want anymore. And at that time, my mom was like, just take some of it, just take that yarn. So I have like a laundry basket full of yarn that I got at like my first couple of guild meetings. And I'm just very grateful for these opportunities to start blowing through that stash of yarn that's just sitting in a laundry basket in my closet. So yeah, I'm glad we're doing scarves because I can really, I'm making some serious dents. Did I miss anyone? I'm gonna go to gallery view really quickly to see. If I missed you, can you raise your hand or indicate? Let me know.
Sandra.
Riola's waving her hand.
Okay, Riola, I'll do Riola, then Sandra. Okay, let me just make sure. Okay, that's everybody. Okay, Riola, I'm asking you to unmute. See if it lets you unmute.
You get a pop-up box, Riola, that says unmute. You're still muted. Look at it.
I'm sorry, Riola.
There's not a pop-up box.
Okay, but yes, Riola, hold up your item at least. Let me put you in speaker view. And then, wait a minute. It's hard because you can only see her in speaker view when she speaks. Okay, yeah, Riola, please hold it up so we can, oh, that's beautiful. I don't know the name of the pattern, but Riola has made a beautiful sweater and it's really lovely. I'll Vanna White talk for you, Riola. It's beautiful. And then Sandra, yes. I'm sorry I missed you. Go ahead.
That's okay. I'm doing the mistake rib, but I'm using 2 different colors of yarn and then leaving one in, dropping one, adding another. So it's kind of faded in and out. And then I've got a second one that I did with just 2 different colors, but one was mixed colors. So
nice.
Anyhow, for the mistake, I like that. It goes fast. It's on a size 11 needle. And I do like that big twist yarn. I was surprised at how nice that is for this type of yarn.
Nice.
Thanks, Sandra. Good to know, because then we know what to get if we're buying more yarn. So it's good to get.
And there's 320 yards in there, and it's a really soft yarn.
It's good to get that kind of feedback. Thank you.
So what I'll do now is, since it looks like show and share is over, I'm going to stop recording and I'll unmute everybody so we can just do social knitting. How's that sound, Mom?
Sounds just about right.